Hello, my name is Sarah Spar Stubbs, and I'm one of the chaplains at Matthews Glen, and I'm grateful to spend this moment with you today. Our books of the Bible are pretty amazing. They represent so many styles and genres of literature as we read through them. They teach us in very different kinds of ways. In the New Testament, 13 of those 27 books of our New Testaments are letters that are written by the Apostle Paul. Most of them he was writing to places that he had been, to churches that he had helped to start. His letters often followed a bit of a pattern. There would be some type of a greeting, maybe some theological statements or teachings. There would be perhaps some words of correction if there was a problem in the congregation, and then some words about how to live their faith. There was usually a few verses at least that focus on how we live our faith every day. And so I'd like to read a verse from the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 8. This is what Paul wrote to the Philippian church. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is pleasing, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellent and if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. Those are some pretty important words that Paul wrote to them. Some theologians have called the book of Philippians a book of joy. Perhaps it's the most joyful letter that Paul wrote. But you know what? His circumstances were not joyful as he wrote it. He was imprisoned for his faith. His time was running short. And yet, if you read the book of Philippians from beginning to end, he writes about the joy in faithful living. And he talks about all these ways that we can be right in our thinking, to have the kind of thinking that will help us to live faithfully. You know, in the circumstances of our lives, sometimes it's going great. And so we read these words of Paul and we can find the rhythm of that kind of thinking and think, I can do this. Sometimes our life is like Paul's. It's not going that great. And so there is the challenge of our faithful living, to live the faith even when life is hard and inconvenient. As I stand before you today, this black thing here is not just a piece of my clothing. It's the strap of a sling. I had a hiking accident this weekend, and I've broken a bone right in here. It is mending and healing now. But boy, is it inconvenient to live with an arm and hand that I can't really use for a while. And I have to say, I've done some grumbling inwardly as I am working my way through this. I bet you understand that. Maybe there's something in your life that has you grumbling a little bit. Life is like that sometimes. And so we read these words from Paul and we feel this challenge to be faithful in our living no matter our circumstances, because our faithful living with God is not about having perfect lives, but it is rising to the occasion and living the way that God asks us to live no matter what. And so Paul wrote to them, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is pleasing, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence and if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. I don't know what your circumstances are today. Perhaps these are going to be easy words for you to work with. Or maybe they're going to be more challenging for you. But I know that God will see you through it and be with you as you journey today. Know that God is with you and that we are called to order our thinking so that it comes out in faithful living. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I'm really grateful for that, and I will see you again soon. You take care.